This is the MMA Takes Podcast. With your host, Brian Petrie.
Boys are back in town. What's up with the what's up? Feels like we haven't done one in a while, boys. As you can see, Christian Crostel on the bottom of your screen. If you're watching, if you're listening, you'll hear his voice in a second. This sumbitch got the title. Strapped up, had a great UFC 271 pick'em. He won this title. Who did he win from, me or Timbo? Tim won it for Timbo. Timbo looking for revenge here. We got a banger of a card. Champ, say some words, please. Tell us what it's all about.
Man, I've actually, when you said that, I was like, I've had a good year picking so far. It's been probably 80%, so it's been good. Looking forward to this one.
Sick brag from my guy. So, Timbo, the answer to your originally decision win for Olszewski, but the result of the fight was overturned to no contest following a positive drug test. So he beats Khalil Roundtree by decision and then overturned by drug test. So that is the answer that you asked before we got on. So now we're live, baby. I'm excited for this card. Timbo, Christian, me, Sharp City, just sharp as can get. And we got some fucking picks for you. We're going to give locks at the end of the show. If this is first time listening, I know I have some new viewers, listeners after the Anna Conforting podcast. So this is what we do. We pick fucking winners. First fight of the night, Dustin Jacoby, minus 200, minus 190. You can get him at different books. He's fighting Lord Michelle Olszewski. Kristen, I pronounced that right? Kristen, you give it a go, and then Timbo, you give it a go.
Oh, fuck.
Olszewski.
Okay, Timbo.
Oleg Sejcik.
Nice. That was actually, you had a little tone to it. It was fucking nice. Kristen, you're the champ. You pick first here, babe. What do you like on this this curtain jerker?
Don't really love it as a curtain jerker fight. I kind of like some. I don't think it'll be super exciting. I think you just are going to get. I mean, Jacoby is just a meat and potatoes kickboxer. Olszewski is, I think, outperformed. I think less of him than he probably is. But I don't think it's going to be super exciting. I think you're looking at like a 29, 28, 30, 27 Jacoby kickboxing decision type fight. Pretty confident in this one. I think he's better, but like I said, I think I kind of underrate Lord Michel. I think he changed his nickname, but something like that.
He changed his nickname? Oh, my God. Oh, yeah.
Lord.
Hussar, whatever that means.
Yeah.
Lord was cooler, dude. Lord was cooler. So you're taking Jacoby there. Timbo, Dustin Jacoby's kind of your guy. You do like this dude. I've seen you pick him a lot. Are you riding with him here?
Yeah, he's quietly undefeated. Like, I'm assuming he's not ranked yet, but he's got the draw with Ian Kuchalaba. But then aside from that, let's see.
He's right outside the top 15. I think they have him ranked 19th.
Yeah.
He barely won that fight, a year ago. It was the most boring card ever. He barely won that fight. I remember because I bet him, and I thought I got lucky.
I think Christian hit it on the head, though. I think Dustin Jacoby is going to be the better striker, but he's going to be patient. He's going to just pick his shots. I haven't looked at the lines on the betting lines for the props, but this is going to decision 100%.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, Dustin Jacoby, I just think he's going to have the better striking technique and get it done via decision, 29-28 style.
Yeah, hard to argue against you boys there. 28-20. I actually really like Dustin Jacoby in this spot. I agree with your takes that it's going to be a decision victory. I might, because Olszewski does gas a little bit. He's trying to fix it a little bit, but he is very undersized for 205. Small guy, big body puncher. Has gassed out in pretty much all his losses that he has had in the UFC. Dustin Jacoby does keep a good pace. Good size for 205. I like his height. I like his striking. He's not overwhelmingly powerful, but he does obviously have a kickboxing background. Went to K1 for a little bit, Glory, whatever it was. So yeah, I'm on Jacoby with you guys. I think it's going to be a decision win. The only difference is I like it a lot. This is the very first line ball of the night candidate, Justin Jacoby. Hope you guys, here we go. My guy, Jeannie Douglas. Hope you guys are doing well.
Hey.
This guy fucking tunes in every time. I love it.
Jeannie,
Jeannie, I just picked Dustin Jacoby for the record. Let's go. Ludwig Klein.
Plus 250 on that decision prop, by the way.
That's gorgeous.
That's a good fucking number. Big time.
Gonna be betting that.
That's gorgeous. Ludwig Klein, 17-4. He is a plus 150 underdog. Fighting Devontae Smith, 11-3. He is a minus 170 favorite. Little surprised by this line. Ludwig Klein came to the UFC hot, and then has shit the bed. Devontae Smith has all the skills, has no chin. Interesting fight here, Timbo. Hard to break down. Hard to pick here. What's your take here, babe?
So I'm leaning Devon. Do we have a line on this?
Yeah, it's Ludwig Klein's plus 150, Devontae Smith minus 170.
Damn. I was hoping Devontae Smith would be closer to a dog there. I honestly don't know too much about Ludwig Klein. I know he did get choked out by Nate Landwehr. I
That's all you need to know about, baby. He got choked out by Nate the Train.
And Nate the Train's our guy. He's obviously welcome on this podcast anytime. That would be dope if you could get him
Anytime.
on here. Now,
I don't want to interview fighters except Nate the Train.
Yeah, I mean, Devontae Smith's got the power. He can put it away. I think including his Dana White Contender Series victory, he's got 4 knockouts in the UFC, and he's also been knocked out twice. I remember Christian hit that Jamie Milakki bet. That was a good.
Yes, Christian.
I didn't expect that one. But
yep.
Malarkey's a vet. You know, he can also crack as well. But I like Devontae Smith here. I think he's the better athlete. I think he's got the better power, better striking. So give him to me.
Devontae Smith. I'm going opposite. Op City here. Oppo. Listen, Ludwig Klein's been a big disappointment. He looked really good on the European regional scene. He has good striking, decent takedowns. He just hasn't looked like a finished product in the UFC. Obviously, he knocked out Shane Young, but he missed weight. Big controversy. Looked like shit against Ludwig Klein. Nate the Train, but everyone does. That's Nate the Train, baby. He looked like shit against Mike Trezano. But I just don't trust Devontae Smith's chin. Ludwig Klein can take a shot. Devontae Smith cannot. Devontae Smith looked really hesitant his last time out. He won the first round against Jamie Milakki. It was competitive, but I thought he edged it out. And then he gets caught, I think, and that's good to be in the back of his mind. Like, I can't take punches like I thought I could. Ludwig Klein has really kind of a one-trick pony with his high kicks. Hands are okay. I see this playing out for Ludwig Klein. I see him catching them late. And when you're giving me plus money on a fighter against a fighter with a really weak chin, I got to go that. Although I think the upside for Devontae Smith, as long as he fixes his chin, I think could be a problem because he does hit like a truck. Apparently, he does have a pretty decent ground game from everyone that trains with him. But I'm going to go Ludwig Klein here at the plus 150. Too tasty to pass up. C-Bone, Christian, my man, what you got?
Look, I think the only way Klein can win this fight is he's going to have to catch that, questionable chin of Devontae Smith. But I think Devontae Smith, I mean, if Nate the Train is subbing Ludwig Klein, then Devontae Smith sure as hell can do it too. So I think he can, I'm going to kind of side with the guy that's got 3 paths to victory rather than 1. I mean, obviously that will probably go to decision despite the weak chin and, Devontae Smith's power. I still think this one goes the distance too. But yeah, I'm just going to side with Smith solely because I think that Klein has to knock him out to win. And I haven't seen that ability. Maybe he did on the regionals, but he hasn't been doing it on the big stage.
Okay, good analysis. 2 against 1. I think you might as well hand me over the strap now because that's good. That's going to decide it there, boys. Next up, Tim Elliott, 17-12-1. He is a plus 205 underdog. Very surprised by that. Versus Tagir Ulanbekov, he's 13-1, minus 265. I go first here. I know you can't win money betting against Russians. However, Tagir has shown very average in his UFC so far. He beat Bruno Silva. He beat who was the other? Alan Nascimento on short notice, and he looked very average in that fight. Nascimento thought he won the fight. Tagir isn't your typical Russian guy. He's tall, he's lanky, he likes to strike. He does have good wrestling. However, Tim Elliott's been there with Askar Askarov. Only gave up 1 takedown. Almost got knocked out, but gave up really only 1 takedown. Tim Elliott's a really good wrestler. I don't see that being a problem here as long as Tim Elliott is focused and ready. Tim Elliott has to come in shape and be ready. I think he has some of the best takedowns, or excuse me, best wrestling at 125. I mean, this is a guy that hung with Demetri Johnson in his prime, win 5 rounds. It looked good doing it, you know. I just don't think Tagir is all that great. I think Tim Elliott can style on him here. I think an interesting play here. I'm taking Tim Elliott as dog, and I think an interesting play is maybe like a late submission by Tim Elliott as well. These Russian guys, they like to dive in. They have their certain type of way they like to take people down, and they leave their necks out there a lot of the times. We've seen Khabib get caught with it. We've seen Islam get put in it. Obviously, they didn't get caught as a point of where they got submitted, but they do leave their head and neck there. If Tagir does that out of frustration, out of a sloppy takedown, Tim Elliott is going to take that fucking neck home, put it on his mantle. And when you're giving me 2-1 money on a bet like Tim Elliott, I'm going to go Tim Elliott. I never thought I'd sit here and pick a guy who's 17-12-1, but here I am picking Tim Elliott as underdog money. You don't make money betting against Russians, baby, but we're going to try. Give me Tim Elliott. Christian, champ, what do you got here, babe?
Man, it is difficult to try to put any money on a 35-year-old flyweight. That's younger than me, but I don't weigh 125 pounds. So
you weigh 135 pounds. A little bit of difference.
That's my big hesitation. Tim Elliott is, really, it's kind of one of the best flyweights we've ever seen.
Crazy.
You can't
He's fought
really
everyone.
Yeah, exactly. A guy whose last name ends in OV, he's younger. I think Tim Elliott is maybe kind of has like the higher ceiling, like he could do a lot more. But I think this guy's just gonna grind Tim Elliott out. Tim Elliott doesn't have 3 rounds of cardio anymore, and this is going through again another one, probably going the distance. I'm gonna take Ulanbek up to wear him down. Boring.
I heard Timbo sniff. And I don't think it's because he's cold. I think that's because you're taking a crotch sniffer. Timbo, what we got here, man? What we got?
Tim Elliott's a crotch sniffer in his own right. He's just an exciting crotch sniffer.
He is. But he has a mullet, so
that's true. Christian took the words out of my mouth, though. Like 35-year-old flyweights don't do well. We've seen it with Joseph Benavidez. We've seen how that can go. I love Tim Elliott's like he's a dog in there, but he's going up against a younger Russian, and my money would probably always go on the Russian there. So yeah, give me the Russian here. I don't want it to happen, but yeah, Tim Elliott's he's good dog money though. I'm about to look up this prop to see.
When I filled this out. When I filled this out, I was like, this is going to be a popular dog pick between us because both of you guys have picked Tim Elliott in the past, but then you both go Russian on me. Man.
Yeah, Tagir plus 130 to win by decision.
Yeah, that's about that. Listen, we're here to make money. We're here to try to help you guys make money. That's a great bet. Regardless of what I think, that's a great bet. I will like to sprinkle. Listen, I haven't been playing a ton of dogs lately. Like I pick them, but I haven't been playing them. I do have like little dog parlays I haven't been hitting. However, I hit some dogs last week, which was a pretty decent little thing for me. So I'm kind of on a dog hunt here. And this card is wide. This card is crazy. There's a lot of things that happen. Next fight, Umar Nurmagomedov, 13-0. 720 favorite, minus 720 favorite. Fighting Brian Kelleher, 24-12. This homeboy Kelleher plus 500, probably line moving all over the place. I got to imagine. Christian, you're the champ. Go and take this 500 right here, plus 500, and we'll move along here, babe.
Yeah, how did that minus 700, minus 900 Russian favorite look on Saturday? That was value because he looked like a minus 5,000.
Crazy.
Umar is a cousin Umar, brother Umar. They're actually related, right?
Yeah, they are related. He is out of the camp. Yeah,
but he's been hurt like constantly for the last 2 or 3 years. I have to just wiki cap him real quick.
He fought in 2021. Before that, he was hurt. He made his he got signed to UFC, was supposed to fight Hunter Azor, Nathaniel Woods, Sergey Morozov. All got canceled due to injury. Fought Sergey in his UFC debut and won by rear naked choke. But yeah, he's 13-0. He should be having a lot more fights than he does. But yeah, he's got some injury problems.
Yeah, he's gonna roll here. Kelleher's, kind of more of a journey. He's really like a gatekeeper or a great keeper. But that's you really know if you're gonna be top 15 or not. If you can beat Boom. Yeah, I mean, you got to go with these Russians that are just going to wrestle you to death.
Fucking Russians, man. Let me ask you a quick question here, because I think, this is such a heavy, wide line. Who's the better rapper, Brian Kelleher or Bryce Mitchell?
I've never heard Brian Kelleher.
I haven't either.
Really?
Bryce Mitchell's on the podcast once.
Brian Kelleher used to go on air all the time and freestyle. Like he's got like an old school, like early 2000s, late 90s flow to him.
Yeah,
and Bryce Mitchell's just got that Arkansas on him. Every time you put this microphone in my face, I'm gonna say,
you see, he got his camo shorts, by the way.
Got his camo shorts. He had Reebok shorts, but the camo that Venom did look fucking dope.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a camo guy myself, but he looks dope. All right, so you're taking Umar, the big Russian here, the big favorite. Listen, it sucks when you're a capper and you have to play these Russians that are so wide, but sometimes it's justified. I mean, look what Islam did to Bobby Green. No one's done that to Bobby Green. I know it's short notice, but sometimes you're going to have to take a chance on these big, huge, giant Russians and try to make it worth your while. Timbo, do you like the Russian? You going Kelleher? You going Boom? Boom goes to Dynamite?
No, I'm not. Man, with Kelleher, like, I feel it might have been the Hunter Azure fight, but like he was like a really big underdog in a fight that he won. Was it the Hunter Azure fight? Because I think he stepped in like short notice.
Could have been Hunter Azure. That was a while ago. I know he was that's the only one that might make sense is the Hunter Azure, because he probably was an underdog to Stam and he lost, and then Ray Rodriguez, we destroyed him, but he was probably a favorite. Definitely an underdog as Simone lost. Pilarte probably close line. Kroom, I know he's a favorite over Kroom. So yeah, it could have been the Hunter Azure, who just got cut from the UFC, by the way, too. He's out of here. Yeah,
he was 2-2, almost plus 200 too, Azure.
Okay, yeah. So Azure was 2-2 in the UFC, and they're like, yeah, get the fuck out of here, pal.
He was good.
I don't know why. I think it had to have been like contract talks or something.
Yeah, that's too bad.
But yeah, give me the Russian.
The Russian. So I'm taking the Russian too. I mean, listen, I think Umar is actually very, very good. I wanted to pick Kelleher so much. I think I even mentioned on the podcast on Monday how wide this line was. Clearly, I don't want to pay the $720 price on Umar, but sometimes you fucking have to. I can understand people wanting to take a little poke at Kelleher at plus 500. Why not? He's got a fucking guillotine. I just said that to gear. A lot of these Russian wrestlers like to leave their neck out there. They're like almost like, all right, here, take the neck. I just want to get you to their back, right? Fuck it. I'll get out of this choke somehow. I want you on your back. But I just think Umar's really good. He's really slick with his boxing. He's really good. Sergey Morozov is a fucking stud, and he destroyed him. Won every round, every second of that fight, and finished him in the second round. That's not an easy thing to do. Needs a little bit more active. 13-0, still pretty young in the sport. And Kelleher has struggled in the past with wrestlers. He looked at the Kevin Kroom fight. He was the wrestler, but he can't, or he can, but he's not great at defending takedowns. Like Ricky Simone bodied him. I know that was upper weight class at 145, but Simone is a 35. And I just see Umar doing that too. I see Umar, since Khabib's his coach, and that Khabib camp now are there hunting for finishes. Khabib knows, listen, brother, we can smash, but we got to finish. And I think Umar's going to be looking for something to finish on Kelleher. Kelleher gave up a pretty easy choke to Montel Jackson a while ago, who's another dominant wrestler. I can see a choke happening. I see a ground and pound situation. Give me Umar. Candidate number 2 for Slime Ball Parlay as well. I know that's cheap, $720. I feel like a bag of shit for it, but guess what? I ain't making you pay for the picks. That's candidate number 2. Next up, Marina Moroz, 10-3 versus Maria Agapova. Moroz, who is from Ukraine, by the way. I am surprised she's still on this fight since everything going on in the world with her. Plus 170 versus Agapova, who is a minus 200. Timbo, female fight. Who do you got? Intriguing here.
Yes, it is. My bad. Can you say the line on that again?
Sure. Morozov or Moroz, excuse me, is plus 170, and Agapova is a minus 200. And I'm sure it's bouncing a little bit. I got these yesterday.
Yeah, it's about DraftKings minus Agapova's minus 170 right now.
Okay, yeah. So holding steady.
Yeah.
Yeah, Agapova, man. I remember being really big on her after. I know she got beat up pretty bad by Shayna Dobson.
She dominated the first round and then gassed, like the worst gas out you've ever seen. It was like the biggest underdog of that. Was that 2020 or 2020? I think it was 2020.
That is right. Yeah, 2020 August. Yeah, she's a killer though, man. Like she gets it.
She's looked good. That's the only time she hasn't looked good. Yeah.
Yeah. decent amount of experience for a 24-year-old chick. And that line's not too bad. Marina Moraz. I'm not.
She hasn't fought in 2 years.
Yeah.
She's been in the UFC for a while. She's been in the UFC since what? 2018? Yeah, 2018 or excuse me, 2015.
2015. Jesus.
2015.
Christ.
Yeah, she's been in the UFC for a while. She's taking some time off.
Yeah, I can't see how that's going to do her any good. Give me Agapova, and I'll probably
Agapova. I like Agapova too. She was someone I want to put a radar on. Like, let me watch this fighter right here. And then she goes out there and loses to Shannon Dobson. Who the fuck does that? Shannon Dobson has a losing record. I know you gassed and everything, and you probably didn't train for the fight. You were probably boozing because you're like, I'm fighting Shayna Dobson. But that just can't happen. She looked dominant in her last fight. Her ground game is coming along. Her striking's up there. But the one thing I love about her is in females MMA, sometimes women's MMA, sometimes a lot of the fighters, they're not killers. They're out there. They're going to win a decision. They're very technical. They want to take a ground, but there's not a lot of women out there who are fucking mean, bad bitches. There's only about a handful of them. Agapova is one of them. Like, she wants you out of there, and she's gonna be hunting for the finish. Moroz, good on the ground, okay on the feet, but that's about it. I like Agapova here. She was gonna be a candidate for the slime ball, but when you lose to Shannon Dobson, believe it or not, I don't have trust in you, but I still like her. Maybe as some kind of play prop situation here, finish late. But yeah, give me Agapova there. Christian. See murder. What's up, man?
There's some heat, like some smoke behind this fight. You remember what Moroz said about Agapova before her last fight? That was like, saying she's fucking all these dudes, taking,
drug addict,
showing up like
she got kicked out of gyms because she's banging dudes. Yeah. Which, listen, I'm sex positive. Bang all the dudes you want as long as it's consensual. Who cares? You're an adult. Bang the dudes.
Yeah, I expect there to be. I think this is going to be a fantastic fight. Fun to watch. Because I think there's some real, not this, bullshit bad blood that UFC cooks up for, like what Colby does, just cooks up. I think this is real, some beef,
some real beef.
Yeah, I just really don't put a ton into that Dobson Agapova fight. Everything else I've seen, other than like that one round of her gassing. I mean, she didn't do it last time.
And I agree with you, but it's Shayna Dobson. It's so hard to get over.
Do you know you'll see crazy losses?
I know.
Michael Johnson's beat like every 145 or 55 pound champion at some point.
When Matt Hughes was unbeatable, untouchable, he could not beat Dennis Hallman, and Dennis Hallman was like a nobody. It's like sometimes it is, but yeah, man, it's a tough one for me to get over. But it sounds like you like Agapova here. Do you like her by decision finish? What are you looking at on that side of things?
I mean, it's the money's pretty good on it's let's see, to over the under 2.5 is plus 130 to 150 range. Agapova inside the distance. Plus, no, I'll just parlay her. I probably won't. I'll just take her straight
just
up.
Parlay.
Yeah. I don't like to bet. So I think that's how I'm going to play it. I'm pretty confident she can take that, but I'm not going to. I
think so too. The only issue now that you brought it up, you made a really good point because there's some steam, there's some smoke between these two. Is she had obviously some kind of big dump against Dobson. You know what I mean, cardio wise. Emotional fights can lead to that. Let's hope that's not the case because I am high on her as well. But yeah, let's. Yeah, we're all on Agapova there. We're not disagreeing too much, right? I have two dogs. You guys avoided those. Nick Nurmagomedov. How do you say it, Christian? Nurmagomedov versus Kennedy Nzechukwu. Is that it? How do you say that name? Kennedy.
That one's hard. Yeah.
Nzechukwu. I think it's Nzechukwu.
The Ethiopian.
Yeah. Nurmagomedov is plus 125. Kennedy is a minus 145. Very close line on paper. Both these guys are slang them and bang them type dudes. Nurmagomedov doesn't know how to defend. Like, I don't think he trains it. Yeah, he just goes, hit me in the face. I'm going to hit you back. Kennedy coming off kind of a dud, but has that win over Carlos Olberg. Shown some durability. Has some chin issues in the past. Dong Jun knocked him out with a standing elbow. Interesting fight here. Let's go. It's me. Fuck it, it's me. Whatever. This was actually a tough fight for me to pick because I want to go dog, right? I want that dog money. You want to find the value. What does all the cappers say? Find the value. I'd bet it again. But when I look at this, 11-1, I'm surprised he's dog here. He's fought no one in the UFC, and he's fought really handpicked opponents here. He slows down. His punching power, I think, is okay. It's not overwhelming, and I think he's very slow. I think Kennedy, long, rangy weapons, is going to pick him apart. I think Kennedy has more ways to win. He can take this fight to the ground if he wants to. He can mix it up if he wants to. I'm not high on Kennedy in Juku, but I'm going to take him here at -145 over Moreno. Champ, what do you got here? Heavy 205ers, not quite heavyweights, excuse me. So not really up your alley. You're more of a heavyweight guy, which I don't think we have a heavyweight. Oh yeah, we have one heavyweight fight. Excuse me. So go ahead. Who do you like in this fight?
These are some big boys here. If they're not heavyweights, they both look big. The thing about Kennedy is, so he did get knocked out in his last fight, but he almost got finished by Danilo Marquez. Like constantly, was almost getting finished by him. And Olberg.
Olberg had him hurt too.
Olberg,
yeah,
exactly. So at this weight class, I'm not sure Nego Mariano's that guy to knock him out. I saw. That guy had one of the most egregious cage grabs you've ever seen in his last fight. So I like a dog who's willing to cheat a little bit.
Be a dog.
First, be a dog. First dog. I'm the dog. Christian's dad, dude. I'm sorry. You probably hear that all the time. Every time he walks in the door, it just follows him everywhere he goes. But sorry, I gotta play it. You like the dog money here? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you,
especially at 205.
Okay, 205. I want to look you in your face. I want to tell you why you're wrong, because Nurmagomedov has lost to Sarbak Safarov, who is absolute trash. Split decision against Alexis Kamur, and then beat Ike Villanueva. Who fucking cares? So, Christian, my question for you, you want to bet?
Ooh. Oh, man. Yeah, I'll bet.
40-20. You get the 40, I get the 20. Because you got the dog, right?
I'll bet you straight up. I'll take it.
20-20? You want to go 20-20?
Yeah.
You're dead man. You're a dead man, dude. Dead man walking. Let's go. All right, Timbo, who do you got here? Let's split the tie. We're split on this one.
I'm going with Kennedy. I think
Kennedy.
We got 5 inches of reach on him. I'm not too big on this fight, to be honest, but
it's not that great.
I think
that's why I wanted to bet Christian to kind of spice it up a little bit.
Yeah, it will.
That'll be a fun bet. That'll be the most exciting part about this fight.
Yeah, right. Big time. I think Kennedy has certainly proved more within the UFC. Obviously, he's got 3 UFC wins opposed to Nick's. What's he got? Yeah, he's only got 2. But Kennedy's fought tougher competition. I think he hits harder. I think he's going to be a lot rangier in the fight and land more shots. Probably win by decision. So give it to me.
Give it to him, and I'm going to give it to him, guys. I'm going to give it to him. Next up, Marina Rodriguez. Christian, I pronounced that name right. I fucking did it beautifully. 15-1-2. She is a -265 favorite. She is fighting Yan Shannon, I believe is how they pronounce that. 13-2. She is a +205. Love this fight. This fight should be on the main card. Greg Hardy should not be in the main card. Sorry, Timbo. This is a high-level women's fight. I did not realize that Yan Shannon is ranked number 4, which is surprising. How do you guys number 10? How do you guys? I feel like we've seen her fight more recently. She's had the big profile fights. She's beating bitches up. So Christian, give us a breakdown here of this fight here, Beba.
You're exactly right. This is a great fight, and it should be on the main card. I mean, what have we not seen from Marina Rodriguez?
Nailed it. Fucking nailed it, dude.
I thought Mackenzie Durham was going to out-grapple her. I thought Hivas was going to kind of wipe the floor with her. I mean, she did for 1 round, but she got, knocked the fuck out 3 times right after that. I have been so impressed with Marina Rodriguez.
There you go. I respect that. Thank you.
I think she's a little bit older, like surprisingly older. Than you
34. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Yan, she got rolled by the Cookie Monster in that fight. I remember that.
Yeah.
Big Claudia, Angela Hill, yeah. It should be a good fight. I think I haven't really looked at the line even on it. Oh wow. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I'm not much of a value better. I prefer to just pick winners and bet those. But I do think that line's a little bit wide. But I just haven't seen anything that looks like Rodriguez beatable right now.
Sure.
Rodriguez. So, yeah, give me Marina in this one. I know it got
Rodriguez
tonight, but she's so good, man. So good.
She's tough. She's good. Timbo, females, what you got, bruh?
Dude, I fucking love Marina Rodriguez.
Nice.
How was that? No, dude, she's badass.
Dude.
She's
dick move.
34 is I didn't know she's that old either, but she just fucking puts on this pace like that bitches can't keep up with. And she's arguably undefeated in the UFC. Like she's got fucking 2 draws, and then the Carlos Esparza fight, that could have went her way. That was a split decision. But yeah, I mean, she's fucking badass. I'm not. Did you pronounce the chick she's fighting's name?
Yan Shannon, I think is how they pronounce it.
I think that's right.
Okay. I think I've heard Anik say that. I mean, he says it way better than me, but that's kind of how you pronounce it. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, she's not bad in her own end. A lot of decision victors. She definitely doesn't have that killer instinct that Rodriguez does. But she's been on a tear since 2017, with the exception of her last fight against Carlos Esparza. But yeah, I'm all over Marina Rodriguez. She's fucking dope on all aspects. Keeps the striking going. She's got a good ground game. Yeah, give it to me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on Rodriguez as well. I really thought she would get the title shot. I mean, I don't want to see Rose Whaley 3. I don't really want to see Joanna. She's been out forever. Marina's done the work. She's put in the work. She's a fucking badass bitch. She's in there beating people, and she's looking good doing it. The biggest knock on her was her ground game, because Carlos Esparza, who's probably one of the best grapplers in that division, was taking her down over and over. Seems like she's fixed that, though, and she's gone 5 rounds, and she's main evented. She's looked great. Yan Shannon, great fighter, technical, likes to move on the outside, not a power puncher, not going to finish you. And I just don't think if you're not a killer, you're not going to touch Marina. I think Marina is aggressive in there. I know she's a little bit older. I think you guys all touched on that. That's true. I didn't think she was 34 either, but Yan Shannon's 32. It's not like she's like some spring chicken. So give me Rodriguez. I'm actually very confident this is going to be. She's not going to be quite in the slime ball, but I can look at the camera right now and tell you guys I will be betting Marina Rodriguez. I have a terrible record betting women's MMA, full disclosure, but I like her that much. I just think she's going to roll to a decision, possible late finish, but Yan Shannon is very, very tough. She doesn't get
those Chinese fighters, they can take it's crazy. Just
even last week.
Rong Zhu took shots, dude.
The chick too.
Who fought? What was the female that fought? Whaley.
That got fucked up.
Oh, yeah. So you had the Kim
Nunez fight.
Nunez was Romana Pascal, and then you had the Kim fight against Cachoeira, which a lot of people thought Kim won. They just
everybody thought that. She did.
Crazy. Yeah. It was nuts. But yeah, Chinese fighters are incredibly durable. They have a lot of heart. And so I don't see a finish happening. I just see Marina. She's dangerous on the feet, dude. She's smooth. She has cardio. She's the total package. I get why they booked this fight, because Yan Shannon is ranked number 4. She's no chump, but I was thinking maybe a title shot was coming. All right, next up, last prelim, Jalen Turner versus Jamie Milakki. Jalen Turner is, let me see here. He's a -155 favorite. Jamie Milakki is a +135. Timbo, in my humble opinion, one of the harder fights to cap on this card. Jamie Milakki, very good fighter. Jalen Turner has been up and down, but recently he's been up. Tell me what you think here, buddy.
It's crazy. Jamie Milakki's only 27 years old. I had
that is crazy.
Weird instinct that he was like 37. Jalen Turner is certainly the better striker. He's got he's a 75-inch reach going against.
He's got about 3 on each, 3 height, 3 reach, I think. At least on
Milakki's a 74, so he's got about an inch and a half on him. But Turner is much more like Milakki's a gritty guy. He may get it to the ground. He cracks clearly. We saw that in the Devontae, the Smith, and the Kama where they fight. This dude can fucking finish you, but Jalen Turner's not either of those. And Jalen Turner can also put you away on the ground as well, as we've seen in his last 2 fights. You said Turner's a -150.
155, yeah, he's the favorite.
This is a tough fight, man.
It is.
Give me Turner. I think that reach that he does have.
You may give you Hooch too.
Huh? What did you just say?
That's a really bad joke. You said, give me Turner. I said, you want me to give you Hooch too? Turner and Hooch. It's a movie from a million years ago. It's a bad joke.
Fair enough.
Listen, I was actually, I'm next, and Jeannie Douglas, the fucking sharp that he is, Milakki has surprised me a few times at plus money. I like him going to distance or late stoppage. I think Jalen's record is a bit overrated. That's exactly, and then Eddie Rodriguez, he's on Milakki too. That's exactly what I was thinking. Jalen Turner's looked really good, but who has he fought the past 3 times, right? Joshua Coolbaugh, cool. Who the fuck cares? Brock Weaver, dog, fucking murderer, fuck him. And Medic, who was a nice top prospect, but we hadn't really seen him against anybody. And Jalen Turner looked good, and he's a striker that had a little bit of chin issues. He had been caught in the past. Now he's really working on his ground game. Jalen Milakki got the shit kicked out of him by Brad Riddell. Goes, oh shit, I'm a little step behind. Let me go train with this guy. Let me go learn what he does. So now as he's training with City Kickboxing, he's also training with Alex Volkanovski. He's getting the best of both worlds here. He's looked so much improved that one UFC loss, or excuse me, didn't he lose to Farazim? Yeah, some bullshit decision, which I thought he won. Yeah, Milakki's tough as nails. You're not going to finish him. He's got good striking as well. He hits pretty hard. I think his takedown offense is going to be the key here because Jalen Turner is a big, long guy. So is Milakki. Typically, when those guys match up, it's going to be it's kind of awkward because usually it's a long guy versus a short guy. The long guy has really good takedown offense because they're hard to take down. This is both body types, and I think both may be looking for a takedown at one point, and we'll see how it plays on the feet. I think Jalen Turner is smooth on the feet. I'm just a little worried about his chin. I think James Milakki's just grimy, and he has fought better competition as of late, and I think he's getting better. I am shocked that he's 27 years old. You guys touched on that. He looks like my stepdad, who's 60 going on 180. So he is definitely does not have the fountain of youth on his side. But give me Jamie Milakki at plus 135 too, boys, at the plus money. And the line was climbing. I think someone said earlier this week he was like plus 115. I got these lines yesterday. Let's see what I have DraftKings pulled up. Let's see what DraftKings says. Go ahead, Christian.
Yeah, well, he's 135 on DraftKings.
135. Okay, so the lines have stayed steady. Cool.
Jeannie Douglas's thoughts on that are exactly how I feel. Like I've kind of like, I've underrated Milakki a little bit, but I like everything. Yeah,
should be a pick.
Like,
I agree.
I agree. With all the boys out there, like I'm seeing the same thing.
I'm gonna have a lot of "I told you so" to say.
Yeah,
yeah. You need to, if you get this right, you need to make a YouTube video and be like, "Hey, man, I fucking told you." Maybe pull out your dick. I don't know. Do something crazy, Tim. But go ahead, Christian. I don't want to step on your thoughts here. I know you're going with because he's your guy. But go ahead.
Yeah, it's over under set at 1.5 too, which is kind of crazy.
I'd go over on that one.
Yeah, I probably will. I'm gonna go with Milakki here. Kind of Timbo's breakdown. That is what scares me about this. It's just him getting pieced up, using that range, controlling the distance well. But and you said Milakki he's dirty, grimy. Like he's gonna get in there and make it an ugly fight. And I do kind of question Turner's chin. I don't think what do you used to call Milakki? Old cement head.
Old cement head. The guy. I mean, dude. I know Brad Riddell doesn't have the most knock, but dude, I thought James Milakki might have been dead. Like he gassed and he was getting punched in his head, and I'm like, he's dead. I'm at my buddy's house, like he's dead, and he gets up. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy made of? I don't think you've ever picked against Jamie Milakki. That might be your guy. Add him to Brandon Reval because Timbo gave him up, even though Timbo cried about it. I think Jamie Milakki might be your guy. You don't pick against him. This is an incredibly tough fight. I agree with the chat. Listen, they're on Milakki. Zachary Pruitt says Milakki should be a pick'em. I agree. Jalen Turner, though, is just on a nice, really good win streak. He's built really well for this division. He comes out with fucking tarantulas, which is like, if I was fighting him, I'd pull out of the fight if he came out with a tarantula. Fuck that noise. So that's a really competitive fight. I like that placement. That should be the prelim headliner for sure. I like the placement on that fight.
Yeah, it should be the prelim headliner and the pay-per-view opener. It's in a perfect spot.
It's a great spot. Fighting. Yeah, it is. It'd be a good fight. And you got two guys, because both guys are very interesting in that division. They're not really highly ranked. No one's really talking about them, but I think they both could make a push. I'm not saying they could be world champions. I mean, I've been wrong before, but they definitely could make a push. All right, main card here, baby. Pay-per-view time. This is where we shout the big bucks. Starts off kind of rough here. I already know Timbo's going to pick. I don't know whose turn it is, but I'm going to go with Timbo first. Sergey Spivak Born in the Ukraine, I believe he fights out of Moldova, though. Minus 200. He is fighting Greg Hardy, plus 170. The Prince of, what is it? The Prince of Beaten Women? What is it? Prince of War. There it is. Yeah. The Prince of War. I almost said the Prince of Darkness. So Greg Hardy coming off a knockout loss over Tai Tuivasa. Hasn't fought in a little bit. Says he weighs 290. Is he going to make weight? Big old boy. Timbo, I know you like Greg Hardy at plus 170. Tell me if you're gassing me or if this is how you really feel.
Oh, that's how I really feel. What did you say he was? He's a plus 190?
170 is what I have right now.
Plus 170. Yeah, I mean
that's a steal. But
I get on here and I say the same shit every fucking time there's two fights. This guy's differently strong and differently athletic than most people in the heavyweight division. We just saw Tai Tuivasa, he got knocked out by him, but obviously he almost had Tuivasa done.
He clipped him, yeah.
But Tuivasa's fucking also built like a fucking. He's also a cement head. The Tabura fight, that was shit. But he gassed. It's like he's got the tools to make this shit work. Like you just got to fix your gas tank and be smarter. Because he's definitely got the better weapons than fucking Sergey Spivak. I do want to check out this reach though. So I know Greg Hardy's got 80.5, Spivak's got 78. So yeah, so fucking Greg Hardy actually has the reach advantage here. Not that it would really matter because I can see him just kind of, he brings pressure as well. He's not afraid to get after it. Spivak has done nothing to impress me, honestly. He got mauled by Tom Aspinall, but who doesn't? Alexei Olenek, that's not impressive. That guy's 50 years old. Jared Vanderaa, nah. Carlos Felipe, nah.
Calling Alexei Olenek 50 years old is fucking generous. The guy's 75.
Right? My God. But yeah, I mean, until Greg Hardy, he's had his shining moments. Obviously, he's got a tremendous power, and he also looked. I always go back to the Volkov fight. Granted, it was 2-3 years ago now, but if he just improves on some aspects of his game, he's got so much potential. And again, he's a different breed. He's a fucking professional NFL athlete, still in his fighting prime. He's only 33 years old. Right. So I don't know if he gets it done, but as far as within the distance, but I do like this bet, the plus 190, plus 170. I love it.
If you're gonna take Hardy, I would take him by knockout. Spivak doesn't have the best chin in the world. You're gonna get obviously even better plus money, I would imagine, since he's an underdog. However, I'm not a Greg Hardy fan, and I see this fight being a lot like the Marcin Tybura fight. Sergey Spivak is not a good fighter. I just don't think he's that great of a heavyweight. But the one thing he's fucking good at, guys, is he's not great at getting you down. I mean, he's not the best wrestler in the world, but he's good at being on top and beating you up. And Greg Hardy's gas tank scares me. Him leaving American Top Team, him leaving Den Thomas, him leaving all these things, kind of working on his own a little bit, bouncing around gyms. And then we're talking about his gas tank. Him coming at 290 is not going to help with his gas tank. It's going to help with his power. So if I was a betting man, which I am, because I have a podcast for it, guys, that's why you're here.
You don't say.
I would go Greg Hardy first round knockout, because if it goes out of the first round, he ain't winning. I just don't see it. 290 cutting 30, and this all could be smoke and mirrors or whatever, but I just don't see him being a cardio machine. I see him being a power machine. I see him knowing hey, listen, I need to go out there and knock this fucking dude out. And Spivak has been knocked out before, can be touched before, not great defensively sound. But with that being said, I'm going to go with Spivak, because if it touches the ground, Hardy's just not getting up. I just, I don't like that he left American Top Team. That's just my big bugaboo. But listen, we're always talking about value and picks and stuff. My pick is Spivak. Come Saturday night, it might be fucking Greg Hardy first round knockout with a nice little number here. Champ, what do you got here? This is your wheelhouse. These are the heavyweights.
I don't think this fight's too hard to break down. It's one that you could probably bet two ways too. I mean, you could, take that. Put something on Greg Hardy first round knockout. You'd be crazy not to. I'm going to pick Spivak to win this fight. He can go. He can go the distance. Hardy has potentially the worst cardio in all of MMA, or at least
he's just so big. He's
used to stopping it for 30 seconds in between these bursts and football, you get fucking.
Yeah, he fights
my prediction is if he was still with American Top Team with real coaching, when he buzzed Tuivasa, he wouldn't have ran in like that. He got so excited and he just ran into hammers. He would have had a little wherewithal to kind of go, "Ooh, okay, I got him a little bit. Let me now I mean, he's so much bigger than Tuivasa too. Yeah, that's just it is what it is. But
Jeannie Douglas, Gas Tank Greg is the mythical fighter.
Yeah,
honestly.
I was gonna say
so
Eddie Rodriguez, Greg Hardy is kill or be killed. It's a perfect way to describe him. I'm sorry, but when I watch Spivak, nothing jumps out. 100% Pruitt. I agree with you, but when I watch Spivak, I want to throw up because the guy stinks. But
he's got 9. His fight time, his average fight time is almost 10 minutes. Like so,
sure.
And Greg Hardy, if it gets that late, he's either going to get, club and subs, or he's going to get pounded out on the ground. Or Greg Hardy's going to knock him out in the first round. Somebody said it about just taking not to go the distance. That's not a bad look at all. Greg Hardy doesn't have the cardio to even survive.
This isn't going to decision.
No.
You come in 290, you're like, I'm knocking this dude out, or it's hitting the ground, I'm getting choked out. I mean, Spivak has a win over Tai Tuivasa. Choked him out, which is now that's getting kind of impressive. Like Spivak has skills on the ground and Greg doesn't. So this is literally going to be Spivak by submission or Hardy or TKO or Hardy by knockout. That's the only way this fight fucking ends.
Yeah. I'm going to take Spivak to wrestle fuck him and probably choke him out.
I'll tell you, interesting stat here, Greg Hardy. Greg Hardy's got a lot of professional fights now. Like it's crazy that he had all this time in the NFL, was an all-pro, and now he's made this transition. Like he's got a shit ton of UFC fights. He's got an 80% takedown defensive rate. That's pretty fucking impressive. And you had said it. Like Spivak's got great top control, but he ain't getting you down very easy.
No world-class wrestler.
And he's not stronger than the Greg Hardy. That's for damn sure. So
he's uglier though. That motherfucker's ugly. So we're split. Timbo's fighting. Listen, the chat's going. No, we're all saying Hardy's got the power. Spivak stinks. This is why I don't think this should be on the pay-per-view. This should have been a prelim. But we'll see what happens here.
Like only a pay-per-view fighter for whatever
reason.
Well,
because people tune in. I think the novelty's worn off. I think when they signed Greg Hardy on the Contender Series, ESPN covered it. Oh, UFC's giving Greg Hardy a second chance, an all-pro, whatever, because he had this history. Now it's like people almost forget Greg Hardy as a football player. It might be just a footnote. Now he's a fucking UFC fighter. And apparently rumors, this is, I think, his last fight or second last fight on the UFC contract, and he wants to go box. Like he's done with MMA. He wants to go box. So we'll see. He doesn't like the takedowns, doesn't want to do the ground. He wants to go box. So we'll see what happens.
Good on him for actually behaving himself, but like he's actually just been like not in the headlines for dumb shit. Like, because that's where he was getting a lot of his attention from, is people wanted to see him get knocked out because he's beating up women and shit. But like, since that happened, like he's just
the only thing that's came out about him, and it's not like he didn't he did all this illegal horrible stuff in the NFL, but one of his baby mamas or the baby mama, I don't know if he has multiple or one, she came out and said he's a complete deadbeat dad, which kind of sucks hearing. Like he has a son that he never sees and stuff. But
he's like surprised to nobody.
I as being a dad, it's like, man, you got to be around for your kids. You know what I mean? And this guy has money, and I think they live in the same state. I think he's from Florida, and that's where he trains at. So it's like, I don't know. There's a lot of moving parts, obviously, but we'll move on there. Kevin Holland versus Cowboy Oliveira. Kevin Holland minus 290 versus Cowboy Oliveira plus 230. A lot of people get in my head about this fight, boys. Kevin Holland going down to 170. I'll lead you dance here. It's pretty simple. I like Kevin Holland a lot in this fight. A lot of people that I respect like Cowboy Oliveira. They think Kevin Holland is going to get taken down. He's going to get grounded. But listen, he did that against, Derek Brunson, who's only going to take you down. He did against Martin Vettori, who was becoming a pretty good grappler, and he's fucking gigantic for 185 as well. Kevin Holland's weighing in at 183, 182, not cutting any weight. Like this guy should be at 70. Let's hope he cuts the weight right, and I don't think it'll be an issue for him. Seems to be kind of more professional nowadays, and he's going against Cowboy Oliveira, who's just kind of a wild man. This dude's going to walk in there. He's not going to give a shit. He's going to stand up. I don't think he ever has a game plan. I don't think Cowboy ever has a game plan. He goes in there. He's got 40-something kids. He goes, let me try to get knocked out tonight. Let me try to get fucking fight of the night. Go fuck another chick. Have another kid, because that's all he does. But Kevin Holland, I mean, really realistically in the skill sets, he's just a better fighter. Like, I just don't think Cowboy Oliveira, who is really strong in that first round, he fades after the first round as well. He does have a good body lock takedown, decent on the ground, but I don't think he's like world class to worry about. Kevin Holland's also not getting submitted by guys on the ground. I mean, he went to the ground with Jacare, knocked him out. He got submitted by Brendan Allen forever ago, but he's not really getting submitted by a Derek Brunson or whatever. He just couldn't really get up. But these guys, Cowboy Rivera is not Derek Brunson. He's not Marvin Vettori. Like Kevin Holland, if he does get taken out, he will be able to get up, and he's very dangerous in space. I like Kevin Holland. I do not like the number. That's why he's not in the slime ball, but I am very confident in Kevin Holland to win this fight. Champ, what do you got here, babe?
Holland would be in my slime ball if I was putting one together. I
mean, Holland will be in your slime ball?
Oh, hell yeah. He's going to, I mean, I think that line's great. I have no problem. I mean, I won't bet that straight, but I'll put him in all kinds of parlays. Somebody said it in the chat, but yeah, it's Oliver's wild. He likes to brawl, and that's guy. Not what you want to do with Kevin Holland. I mean, he's so unconventional. Like he can hit you from anywhere, like any elbows, fists, knees, whatever. Like he's so dangerous. You've been a Hendricks stand for a year now, so hopefully his wrestling is getting short up a little bit, but I don't think all of it.
Fucking Johnny Hendricks is wrestling coach. That's so funny.
Shout out to Big Rig Steakhouse also.
Big Rig, baby, Johnny Hendricks. He beat GSP, Timbo.
No, I didn't. Got taken down like 15 times in that fight.
I never understood why people were so upset about that fight. It was close. I mean, it was because everyone wanted GSP to lose, and it was a close fight. Like, wait, GSP didn't dominate this fight, but GSP was so burnt out. Well, that's another time.
Holland, he could finish this any which way. He could. I mean, Oliver could gas, and he could sub him out. I mean, there's Holland's. I know he's a black belt, and I swear I bet him by sub every single fight. It's always like plus 800, plus 1,000. But I can see it happening here because, like we've said, Oliveira, will gas out. And if he wants to make it an exciting brawl, I think that's the worst possible approach he could take. So, and he's at
the point of his career now. He's like, I'm not going to get a title shot. I might as well get fucking paid. Go for that bonus. And Kevin Holland's always exciting. Even when he gets taken down, he talks shit. That's what he's going to do. Cowboy Oliveira doesn't speak English. I don't know what he's going to be saying to him unless he learned Portuguese. So you're heavy on Kevin Holland. That makes me confident.
I think you could be that's what I see as like a parlay piece right here. You don't have to even think too much about how he's going to do it. Just mash him up with somebody else, get yourself some even money, and take the money and run.
You're confident. I'm lukewarm. Eddie Rodriguez. Holland fights down his competition. I can't really back him. We got a split here. Timbo, tell us who you like here, babe.
I like Holland as well.
Okay.
Cowboy's washed, unfortunately. I like him. I think he's a cool dude. I like his fighting style. He brings it, but it also gets brought to him. And he doesn't have a finish since like 2018 against somebody that I've never even heard of. I like what Zach Pruitt said. You guys saw what Randy Brown did to Cowboy. Kevin is better. Randy Brown's 100%. Pretty fucking good too, but Kevin's his striking is fucking crisp. Like and Cowboy's tough as shit. Don't get me wrong, but if you get hit in the chin, you saw what he did to Jacare. Like you're gonna go out. This isn't fucking Marvin Vettori or Kyle Dawkins. Like Cowboy is not some excellent wrestler. Like he succeeds on 50% of his takedown attempts, and he doesn't even do it very often. What was the stats on that? Actually, let me look that up. Yeah, so I mean he gets about 2 takedowns per fight, but that's actually not bad. That was probably early on in his career though, which it was. Yeah, because lately, he has 1, 2. Yeah, so he's got 2 takedowns since March 2020. He's got like 5 fights. So I like Kevin Holland. Like striking's better. He's younger. He brings it as well. He's going to be talking that shit, which I also like. So give me Kevin Holland. The line is a little bit too fucking wide for me, for being honest. I don't like that line, but I think taking Kevin Holland by getting it done within the distance could maybe get you some plus money or close to it.
Yeah, I like Christian's confidence. I was confident in Kevin Holland as well. People were swaying me this week. Cowboy Oliveira, the only way he wins is if he could wrestle for 3 rounds, which he can't. He just can't do it. He's good in the first round. He's very strong in the first round. He might even get Kevin Holland down, but he's going to fade and he's going to get wild. Kevin Holland's straight punches are fucking nasty. That's why he knocked out Buckley with that straight, beautiful 1-2 right hand. Gorgeous stuff. All right, next fight I'm really looking forward to. Edson Barboza, he's a plus 140 underdog. Very interesting. Versus Bryce Thug Nasty Mitchell, minus 160. And then on Timbo, so it goes Christian, right? Yeah, Christian. Yeah. Christian, you go first, champ.
You the boss. This is the only fight that I hadn't picked on the entire card. I was hoping I'd get to hear what the chat said and what you guys said and make my decision that way. Yeah. I saw some in the chat. There was some confidence, it looked like, on Cowboy Oliveira, which I don't see.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I think more people were not confident Holland as opposed to confident Cowboy. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like they're like, Holland's let me down in the past. So I think that's why it's a little wide, because a lot of people are thinking the same way. But all right, go ahead. We're moving on. We're moving on this fight. This fight's interesting.
It is interesting. I mean, Bryce Mitchell has that real unique style. I mean, exactly what you're going to get. And Barboza's really like an all-time. He's an all-time great. I mean, he's fought everybody.
Strength of schedule is unmatched.
Yeah, it's
crazy,
just insane. And obviously he's just massive at 140. He was massive at 155. And
I don't know where this weight's coming from. He's shredded, dude. Yeah. I don't.
He's as jacked as it gets.
I know.
That Giga fight was weird. I mean, I don't think I've ever gotten a Giga fight right. I had a lot on Barboza there. He looked really good through that. I mean, till he wasn't there anymore, looked good. Much more diverse and well-rounded than Mitchell's going to be. You kind of hope a dude from Brazil is going to be able to, not get subbed out by some white rapper from Mississippi.
Arkansas. You put a microphone in my face, I'm gonna say Arkansas.
Like, this is one of those. I feel like every couple times we do this, there will be a guy I'm like, this might be the last time I do it. But I think Barboza at plus money. Bryce Mitchell's either going to prove that he's elite, or Barboza that maybe that loss to Giga was kind of a fluke, just got just got caught. I'm going to go with that strength of schedule, that more well-rounded skill set. Again, this is one I hadn't picked, and so I just made that pick right now. So I'm really curious to hear what you guys have to say, because it was the most difficult on the card for me to pick. So, like I say, if I'm struggling that much, I'm gonna take the dog, because I'm looking at it as closer to a coin flip.
Yeah. So Genie's on Edson. Super strong as well, 100%. Zach Pruitt, this line's way off. Eddie Rodriguez says Edson destroyed Dan Hooker, 100%. Fucking made him quit with his body shots. Tough. Timbo, you got a tough decision here, baby. You going Thug Nasty? You going Edson Barboza?
It ain't tough for me. I'm all over this fucking dog. This is crazy.
Oh, Dog City, baby.
I'm the dog, the big bad dog.
Let's go.
Man. Y'all got this dude fucked up, man. This is fucking Edson Barboza. Like, and granted, like, he's been fucked up in there, but end of the day, his takedown defense is 78%. Like, he got ragdolled by Khabib, but who doesn't? Yeah, he got ragdolled by Kevin Lee, but who doesn't? But who the fuck is Bryce Mitchell fought, dude? This hype train's about to get derailed real quick. And Edson looked good against Giga, really did. He pieced him up pretty good. He got finished out in the third, but Bryce Mitchell's that's not gonna happen with Bryce Mitchell. The Shane Burgos fight, like, same shit. Like, this dude is fucking vicious. Like, he brings fucking wheel kicks and shit with him. Like, I'm taking Barboza to finish him. And yeah, I think this line is way off. I'm all over Barboza here. I think Bryce Mitchell's getting way too hyped up for literally not beating anybody. Like, Andre Fili, like, okay, congrats. Like, but Andre Fili is definitely not fucking the legend Edson Barboza.
Congrats.
So, yeah, give me Junior here.
Edson Barboza Jr. So I agree with everything I said. I do. I agree that Barboza is crazy to be a dog here. However, gotta go Thug Nasty here. And I'll tell you why. This is a tough fight for me. Everyone's disagreeing with me. I get it. I'm going to look like an idiot when I'm wrong. Bryce Mitchell, the one thing I really has reservations is he takes time off, because it costs $15 to live in Arkansas. He doesn't need the money. So he always takes time off to train and whatnot, drill fucking holes in his nuts and shit. You guys remember that? He fucking tore his nutsack open with a fucking electric drill.
No, I did not.
Yeah, dude. That was years ago. It was brutal. But he's very good, and he's getting better. He's a tricky southpaw, and Edson struggles with guys who are kind of awkward. He's really good with really good strikers, so destroy him. But then when you get the awkward, gritty, Arkansas tough Bryce Mitchell, he's going to make it ugly. He knows he's got to close the distance. He knows he can't stay on the outside. He's going to get kicked up. and he's eventually going to land enough strikes where that he's going to work his takedowns. Now, I don't think Bryce Mitchell has shown to be like this killer on top because he has fought two guys that are decent names his last two fights, and he won by decision. He seemed complacent to go by decision. He seems strong in there too. When he gets a hold of you, he's strong. Edson Barboza, there's this narrative that, anybody can take him down. You guys hit that. I mean, Kevin Lee and Khabib are fucking as top as they get. I believe Makwa and Amir Khan took him down once, maybe twice, but that was desperate stuff. He dominated Amir Khan. But when you go grappler versus striker, I'm gonna take the young gun here. I'm gonna take the up and coming guy over Edson Barboza. Now, this goes against everything I believe in. I believe in strength of schedule. I believe in guys who have put in the time, and Bryce Mitchell has fought really nobody. One name, Philly, who's not top of the line, and Barboza's fought everyone. Win, lose, or draw, he's fought fucking everyone. He's main evented. He's been in there. He's not going to get tired for 3 rounds. So this goes against everything I say. This is more of a gut feeling. And yeah, Zachary Pruitt, I just said he's going to land enough strikes. I think he's working on his striking, but I think he's going to make it ugly. He's going to get in there and make it ugly. He's a tricky southpaw. I think he's going to go in. He's going to land some up close strikes in clinch range, try to take him down. I don't think he's obviously going to finish him. I see a decision victory being here. Barboza's tough to get out of there. The only thing I can think of is Barboza maybe might be overlooking him, and he could gas because he's done that in the past. But listen, my opinion aside, I'm going Bryce Mitchell. I don't know if I'm going to bet him yet. I'm not that confident in him, but I have 2 other sharps sitting right here, and the chat's making fun of me. So
I don't think he touches Barboza on the strikes. I don't think he lands one strike.
Go against me, right? That I don't need to be right all the time. I'm just giving my opinion. I can't sit here and be like, I literally have Bryce Mitchell written down. I'm not gonna be like, you know what, you guys said Barboza. I truly believe that Barboza is gonna get him, but I got 2 other sharps in the chat saying I'm a fucking complete moron. So if you're listening or not watching, go with them. Okay. This might not even be something I bet. There's just something tells me that Arkansas strong, Bryce Mitchell's gonna get it. And he's been getting a lot of shit. He was on Ariel talking some conspiracy theory stuff. So he's in a little bit of hot water as of lately, Bryce Mitchell. So I think a lot of people are wanting to see him lose. All right, co-main event. Wasn't the co-main event we wanted. Wasn't the co-main event that should have been replaced. Dana White went on Robbie Fox's Barstool show today saying that Islam said yes, and he went to sleep thinking it's Islam RDA. He woke up to Islam turning it down. So that's what he said. I have no idea why. So now we get RDA versus Renato Moicano. Dos Anjos was 195 yesterday. I believe DraftKings has at 165. Is that correct? Yeah, 165 on DraftKings, and Moicano is to be had at plus 165, 145. It's moving a little bit. Moicano just got to Vegas from Brazil. Just fought not too long ago. This is a catch weight at 160. Dos Anjos has been training for a while. He's been off for 16 months. Timbo. Oh, wait. Yeah. Who we got, Timbo?
My bad. Say that line again. I apologize.
Yeah. I had RDAs at minus 195 yesterday. He's minus 165. And Moicano is to be had at, Moicano is to be had at plus 145. So Moicano's the dog here. Okay. But fairly close.
Yeah. Shout out to both of these guys. I know there was a fight, I can't remember which one it was, but you had made it a point, that like RDA deserves some credit here too, because this shit's been changed a lot of times for him.
He's willing to accept anybody.
Yeah, he's ready to rock, and I like that. I like that mentality he's going in. He seems ready. He hasn't fought in a year and a half, and he's getting up there in age too. He's 37, fighting Moicano, who's 32, kind of old 32 though, because he's been beat up pretty bad the past couple of years. He's been finished 3 times pretty viciously. But I got to go with Dos Anjos here. Former champ. He's got the experience. He's got he's real crisp with his strikes. He can grapple as well. Moicano, I actually talked shit about him on the last podcast, and I had to eat that because he finished Hernandez. But let's get the record straight that Hernandez and RDA are not in the 2 fucking galaxies, same galaxy. No. So yeah, give me RDA. I think he probably takes it by decision, but yeah, that's what I probably like to bet RDA by decision here.
Yeah, I see the chat. Everyone's saying Moicano's a live dog. RDA is going to struggle with Moicano. And I'm like, Timbo, I've doubted Moicano. He's 16-4-1. He's got a great record. I didn't like him at 45. I like him at 55. My biggest reservation is he's coming from Brazil in like 3 days, cutting to 160. He just fought, had a good fight. He looked dominant. He's fantastic on the ground, but so is RDA. And RDA looks to be in shape. He's back at 155. I know he's getting a little older. He's took some time off. It was probably the longest break in his career, maybe. I know Clay Guida broke his jaw way back when, so maybe he took some time off from that. But this seems like a long break for RDA here. And I love that he's wanting to fight everybody. He was loving to fight fucking anybody. And Zachary Pruitt, yes, it is still 5 rounds, which is another big thing. I love RDA here. He's my third slime ball candidate as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think RDA is going to cruise here. I think, they're very evenly matched. I think RDA has better stand-up. I think Moicano and him cancel each other on the ground. I don't really see either guy going for a takedown. And I think RDA, if he's smart, he'll kick at the legs. He'll move around a little bit. He'll throw some hands, and he's going to make this go 5 rounds. Moicano's a legit dude, but there's no way he's ready for 5 rounds after getting off a plane from Brazil, cutting to 160. And I'm starting to like Moicano because, after his last fight, Money Moicano, I want the big fights. He was one of the first guys to throw his name in the hat to fight RDA, which I like. He's in Brazil on the beach with fucking big ass women around them. And he's like, yeah, I got you. I'll hop on this 18-hour fucking flight. So much respect to Moicano, much respect to Rafael dos Anjos. But I like RDA here. I like RDA big. This is one of my more confident picks here. So Christian champ status, what we got?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have my first disagreement with Jeannie Douglas of all time. He was saying that Moicano is going to be the bigger fighter, and so I was like, oh, let me look at these metrics. He is taller, and he does have a better reach, but make no mistake, RDA is a 170-pounder, and Moicano's a 145er. Yeah. I think it's going to be the opposite. I think RDA is going to be so much bigger. It's going to be a few inches shorter, but he's thick, like a butt of
He's a thick boy. Moicano, though. Solid. I think he wasted a lot of his career making 45 because he is a big fucking dude too. Mm-hmm. I mean, when he fought his last fight, who did he just fight?
Anthony Hernandez.
Alex Hernandez. And Hernandez is like stout, right? He's a big, and Moicano looks so big. You know what I mean? So, but go ahead, Christian, break it down.
Yeah, so I do think, I think he is going to be truly the stronger, more powerful fighter, and he's going to be able to use that size to push, to really push Moicano around. I like Moicano, but this is a massive step up on a very short notice. How good did RDA look against Felder? I know that was short notice too, but he, other than it being a split decision, but he whooped that ass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
These guys are just on different levels. Like RDA you beat him, you're talking title shot range. Moicano. You guys weren't picking Moicano a week or two ago, and now he's going against RDA, and all of a sudden it's like, just because his name is hot, all of a sudden, this. Yeah, I'm not as confident as you, but I think RDA rolls here.
I'm big.
5 rounds.
5 rounds. 5 rounds is what makes me confident because Moicano is getting a bag, right, and he matches up well, and he goes, "Listen, this is a win-win for me." Huh?
They're doing this at 160 instead of 150.
160, right. Yeah. And he goes, this is a win-win for me. I'm stepping up on short notice. I'm getting a bag. I'm fighting a fucking legend, former champion. What do I got to lose? Let me get in there and I can give 3 rounds, see if I catch him. Moicano's got great submissions. RDA got submitted by Cerrone in grappling not too long ago. So, and I know grappling is different than MMA, but you know what I mean? Like Moicano's got a shot here and he knows it. I just think RDA is better everywhere, and I think he's motivated too. I think sometimes RDA was constantly fighting the worst matchups for him. We're talking about Edson Barboza having a great record, great guy who he's fought, right? RDA's right up there. And he'll fight anybody. And RDA, how do you beat him? You take him down, you smother him. And you'll get an Olympic wrestler coming, and RDA is like, I'll fight him. I don't fucking care. He doesn't take easy fights. And I just think he's hungry, man. Being a time away. I think he's primed to do it. So yeah, I'm big on him. I'm surprised on the line. I get it. Moicano is a legit dude, but give me RDA big. All right, main event. We got some bad blood here, boys. We got 2 boys who don't like each other, right? I know you've been hearing that all week. People saying it's fake. People saying it's bullshit. I'm very curious to see the press conference tomorrow. I gotta imagine they're gonna have like security everywhere, because I seriously think if Colby brings up George's baby mama, the woman he has kids with, I think George might like pull out like a fucking saber and like stab him or something. Like something's going down tomorrow. Colby Covington minus 320 versus Jorge Masvidal plus 250.
Is this
All
the
right.
fight you struggled with?
Yes.
Is it really?
Yes.
Wow, I couldn't realize we're at the last one.
So who wants to go first? Who wants to go first? You want it to be me? I don't have an answer yet. Timbo, you look confident, you handsome son of a bitch. Go
I'm
first.
extremely confident in my
Okay, Christian goes first. Then
Yeah,
Timbo.
go ahead, Christian.
Yeah.
Colby Covington is going to win this fight. These fights only come around so often, and they're usually around this range. Like when you guys backed T-Wood in that fight, it was the most confident I think I ever was. Like, I mean, Colby is
Listen,
the
in my
second
defense,
best 170er in the entire world.
Okay.
It's not even close. Masvidal is a journeyman. Like whenever he has that beef with.
Hey, in my defense about the T-Wood fight, he does have the song that says "I'll beat your ass." Okay, so that's all I'm gonna say. In my defense, he has a song like that. But go ahead.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've heard you beat your way.
I'll beat your way.
Shit goes.
Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, this Colby rolls here. This is these guys are not on the same, like not even close to the same level. Masvidal hasn't like look, knocking out Ben Askren, like Jake Paul can knock out Ben Askren. It's just it's not that's what he has, this mystique. His aura is all around that little run he had. But Colby is going to wash the mat with him. It's I mean, this is one of those perfect. I'll put Colby in so many parlays, and if I have to hedge out a little bit at the end of the night, so be it. I think, and we talked about this already, like with Colby by a decision, whatever that line is, that's
minus 110.
Yeah.
Colby by decision is minus 110. That's your bet right
you
there.
could do those DraftKings ones, like the pre-packaged, like Colby and over 2.5 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you'll probably get 130 range. I'm all over that. I'm really excited to hear what you guys have to say, because I am so supremely confident. Colby,
I love it. I love confident picks. I don't like wavering. You're a man of conviction. You're confident. I love that shit. Nice job there. Timbo.
I'm reading the comments real quick. Usman could barely hold Masvidal down.
There's some good points being made. We got some sharks in the comments. They're making some good points here.
Yeah, this is the best chat I remember ever having.
Yeah, we have a good chat going on here. Timbo, what do you got, my guy?
So I'll be betting this fight twice. I think Masvidal first round KO is fucking 13-1. That's a
first round KO 13-1. Okay,
that's insane. Like that, you gotta bet that.
Okay,
because he does have the power to rock Colby's world and put him out. We've seen it on numerous occasions. His gas tank, I don't really know what to think about Masvidal's gas tank, because like we saw him against Usman the first time, and I think he held up pretty well. If I'm not mistaken, I think he held up
on like a week's notice. They went 5 rounds.
That's right. Yeah. So I mean, I think the gas tank's there, but Colby's gas tank is different. Yo, this dude's got the best gas tank in the UFC, no doubt about it.
Lung.
Maybe him, Dustin Poirier, but yeah, I think Cole. I like, it's gonna be weird to see it, because like people are gonna expecting this guy Masvidal, because he talks all this shit and he's so good at it and he's so like captivating and like, damn, I really believe this guy's gonna fuck him up. But then like he talked the same shit to Usman, and we saw what happened in both of those fights. First fight he was fucking controlled. He did not hold Usman off of him. Usman was on top of him the whole fight, maybe not on the ground, but he had him up against the cage the whole fight. Yeah, the foot stomps. He landed like 1,000 foot stomps.
George's feet were sore.
Yeah. So, I think Colby is just better. Maybe even not necessarily in the striking, but he can hold his own in the striking, as we saw against Usman. But, wrestler versus striker, I'm taking wrestler majority of the time. And when you're like probably one of the best wrestlers in the division, or maybe in the UFC, then give it to me. So I like old Colby here.
You like chaos, Colby Chaos Covington. Man, I thought this was easy. I think I texted you guys on Monday when Timbo was saying the knockout, he was going to take Masvidal by knockout throughout the fight at plus like 400. I'm like, yeah, that's a bad bet, dude, because, you know, Colby's got it. And then I start listening to people, and then I start listening to my own brain. Then I start watching footage, and then I started going, man, this is close. And the one thing I think a lot of people are overlooking, well, maybe not even people are overlooking, because I think it is being discussed. There is a big brother aspect. George brought Colby in. There's a big brother aspect. Colby's very good. The one thing Colby's a little overrated at is, I think, holding people down. He can take you down because he wants to get you up to take you down again. George Masvidal brought in Bo Nickel, who he worked for 2 days with Usman, one, because he had such short notice. He brought in Bo Nickel for this camp, and Bo Nickel, in my opinion, is going to be future champion in the UFC, 185, 205 pounds, wherever he wants to fight at. That dude is a freak athlete, amazing wrestler from Penn State. Fighting amateur MMA right now, he's 2-0. He's going to be a freak. I want it on the record that he's going to be future champion. So then I started thinking, George is doing the right things here, and he's got this crazy power. He's got this crazy mean streak. There's a lot of bad blood. Colby decided to stand with Usman. Now, is he going to stand with George to make a point? You know, he's got really quick punches, not a lot of steam on it. They're very accurate. His punches are coming together a little bit more. He puts this pressure on you. That is very, very hard to do. And another thing that's really holding me back from just taking George outright is he has 50-something fights. He's been TKO by Rodrigo Dam, which was a bullshit TKO. He got dropped. Shouldn't have been a TKO. He got choked out by Toby Imada. Those are like his only finishes. He got knocked out cold by Usman. Dead. First time in his career. Did that unlock something in your brain? Because there's guys that when you get knocked out, like Chris Lieben's a perfect example. He had the cement head for his whole career, got knocked out by Anderson Silva. All of a sudden, you can start touching the guy again. You can start hurting him. So that's the one thing. I'm not saying Colby's going to knock him out, but where's the chin out on Masvidal? And then you look at the line at plus 250. You look at the history, everything. Listen, the easy bet is the bet Colby Covington, but I'm not an easy bet guy. I'm going toward him.
I'm the god, the big bet.
And I'm fairly confident in it. I'm not as confident as Christian. Christian is going to bet his whole house. He's yelling at Molly, "Hey, Molly, empty the gold in the backyard. We'll put it on Covington." I just think Masvidal has to win a couple rounds, because Masvidal, before this whole knockout run, he was in grimy, close decisions that were not close. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, they were either really close or not close, and he's lost some decisions he should have won, and he's won some he should have lost. Colby's not going to finish him. The best bet here is Colby by decision at plus 115. Is that what you said? Masvidal knockout, which I could see happen, but I see this fight going to decision, and I see it being fairly close. I see Colby having a hard time holding Masvidal down, and I see Masvidal being able to land a couple shots. I think he's going to make it interesting with his power. Colby doesn't have the best defense in the world. He does give us some shots. He just has that pressure, and the pressure is the biggest issue with me. But, you know, I've been back and forth on this. I got to go Masvidal. I literally don't have it written down until now. I might regret it, and I'm betting it too. I can't sit here and tell you the main event and hype it up and all this and not bet it. I'm a fucking bet it. I'm going to bet him straight. Don't get me crazy. I'm not going to go parlay. Definitely will do the first round prop by knockout, and I also might take him by decision too. And then I'm definitely going to take I'm going to prop this fight to death, because I think there's a lot of different options that can happen, but also a lot of like kind of straight line options. Like, yeah, sure, George can knock him out in the first round, but if not, it's going to a decision, and it might be a greasy one. It might be a split. It might be something crazy. You never know. This is in Vegas. Vegas has good judges, but if this was in Texas or Florida, I mean, who fucking knows? So that's it, man. That's it. Let's go. Locks in the night.
Do you remember when Masvidal lost to Damian Maia?
Yes.
Just check it.
I know.
Yeah, Damian Maia like rode his back the whole time.
Yeah, it was 5 years ago, but
it was a while ago. Listen, it's tough.
Maia was able to ride his back. Colby's gonna take him for a ride too.
I always bang on the fact that people are always like, you got to find value. And obviously, I think Masvidal has a value to him, obviously, right? Because there's bad blood. There's the big brother aspect. I think there's some kind of mental situation here. But man, I don't know. It's a gut. It's my Midwest gut. I don't know what's fucking happening. I thought for sure I was picking Colby.
Masvidal's old too. He's like my age.
Yeah, he's like 37.
Yeah.
Colby's like 32.
Christian, don't talk about yourself like that. You're not old, okay, man. You're
Also,
a gorgeous man.
Do you remember when he's 37? Yeah. Do you remember when Jorge
Zach
Masvidal?
Johnson? I don't know. George getting KO'd. Wow, that's a take.
I mean, like you said, the key might be unlocked. The door might be unlocked now for his brain.
You see it all the time. I've been watching MMA since I was 15, and you see, like, Chuck Liddell's a perfect example.
Big time.
When Rampage unlocked that fucking door, because Chuck, you could hit him with a bat. When Rampage at UFC 71 knocked him out, everyone could touch him then, right? It was his time to go. And George, 50 fights, you know, and he got slept. And he's old, right? Yeah, he's old, and he got slept. I mean, it'd be crazy if Colby knocks him out. Like, I don't know.
Colby
Listen,
Usman. Some people scored that fight for Colby too. I mean, he hurt him quite a few times late in that fight.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing the second fight was very close. The first fight was very close too, right? I'm not going to dispute that. However, the diehard Colby fans who goes, Colby's 2-0 against Usman. He got finished in the first fight. It didn't go to a decision. Early stoppage or not, he got finished. What are we talking about? Second fight was obviously very close. Listen, Colby is the guy that's like right behind Usman. Like, he's that good. His pace is that good. Everything, and he's getting better as well. His striking used to be atrocious, and now it's getting to a point where he's finding his own style, very rhythmic, very pitter-patty. He's not throwing big shots. He switches stance every once in a while because that's what wrestlers do typically, because they like shooting from a certain leg. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting fight. Listen, if Colby Covington KOs Masvidal, like, I don't know, dude. I don't know what I'll have to do something. I mean, that is crazy. Zach Johnson coming in saying Colby's level above most. I did not have He did have Usman on chicken legs, though. He did, you know, he cracked Usman for sure. He in both fights, he put it on his chin. So a lot of interesting things here. I don't like seeing the hardcore fans complain about it. Well, it's not a non-title fight. It's, you know, who cares about this? No, it's fucking, let's just go. Let's just watch two dudes who liked each other, now hate each other, beat each other up. All right. So we're on the locks. Christian, you're the champ, bub. So you get to pick whatever one you want first. You're confident in a lot of guys. You want Dog, you want Mortal, you want Sendem.
Also, remember when remember when Jorge Masvidal lost to Raging Alan Quinta? You remember that?
Yes. And that was the famous, you're fucking booing me?
Me?
Fuck you. Alan Quinta. That's great. Christian, what are you going to go? You going to go Dog? Or you going to go Mortal? Or you going to go Sendem?
I'm going to start with Mortal. I don't think it's going to come to a surprise to anybody. I probably sound like some MAGA Colby Covington fanboy with how confident I am.
Well, bro, I see your your Magna hat in the back tucked away.
Yeah.
So you're taking Colby Mortal lock?
Take Colby as a Mortal lock. Yeah.
Man, that is. I mean, listen, that's a good bet. I'm not. Listen, I'm one of the few cappers that are going to sit here and look you in the face and be like, I could be wrong, but I just have a feeling. Listen to these two guys.
I can always be wrong. I mean, I'm sure the next Mortal Luck pick is probably going to be my second choice, but
yeah.
We'll see.
All right. I thought you were going Holland Mortal Lock. I think that was probably pretty close for you. Timbo, Mortal Lock, babe. Who we got locking up here? Who are you locking up, Timbo?
Nurmagomedov.
Umar Nurmagomedov. Now remember, if he loses, you get negative points.
He ain't gonna lose though.
Okay. Hey, done and done. I got you. Mortal Lock.
Yeah,
all right, my Mortal Lock.
Me and Genie still back to agreeing. That's his
Yeah, Genie's the best. That dude, he's here every time. He's the fucking man. All right, my Mortal Lock is going to be Rafael dos Anjos. Again, I'm just so confident in that guy. Moicano's great, but
I mean, you can bet him almost straight.
Getting off a plane from Brazil, like catch weight, just fighting. And I have nothing against Moicano, but I mean, RDA looks fucking ready, dude. I mean, this is a guy that's like, yeah, let's go, Islam, right? He didn't give a fuck, right? So I like that. I respect that. All right, Timbo, give me your dogs, baby. You don't have many.
Eddie Rodriguez wants to know who I took the strap from. It was Timbo.
Yeah, Timbo had the strap. Or is he just another paper champ? I think we're all paper champs because the belt goes around a lot. But if there's one guy that's not a paper champ, it's Timbo, because he held it for it felt like 3 goddamn years at one point.
Yeah, Christian came and fucked it up. Christian,
he just kept winning, dude. All right, so Timbo, you got your dog lock, or you sent him home? Excuse me. Which one do you want to go with?
Give me the dog, and it's gonna be no surprise that I'm taking a fucking NFL All-Pro athlete to beat up fucking. That. Yeah, dog lock for sure, to beat fucking Sergey Spivak.
Sergey Spivak.
polar bear in my ass.
Hey, Timbo. Nah, I'm not gonna do it. I was gonna bet you I'm not gonna do it. All right. My dog lock. I have a few options here. Man, I should just fucking say fuck the world and go, you know what? Hey, Christian.
Don't do it.
Dog lock.
Oh,
no, I
okay.
won't do it. No, because I'm really
do it.
honestly, wholeheartedly, I'm not that confident in that. I am confident in
I don't want you to take my dog. That's all I'm worried about. And you
I'm gonna go Jamie Milakki as my dog lock.
That's what I said. That's what I didn't want you to take.
I'm sorry, bro.
Oh,
That's the best dog on the card. I'm picking winners. All right, Christian, dog lock, babe.
This is kind of crazy because it's a fight I hadn't picked when we were doing
And now you're gonna lock him up.
And I'm gonna lock him up. But Tim convinced me so much, and I respect both of your guys' opinions, but I like
Edson
Barboza.
Wow, that's what I thought for sure. Tim, I know Tim likes Tim Hardy, Greg Hardy. I thought for sure he's taking Edson. Both you guys, because Tim looked at the camera and I was breaking down the Bryce Mitchell and go, he ain't touching Edson. And I went, shit, man. Should I just stop talking? Fuck me, this guy's confident. All right, so you got Edson Barboza as your dog. All right, so I lead us off with send him. You know what? Give me Kennedy and Juku. I think he can take out. I think he can take him out. There's a couple options there. I was gonna go Masvidal just to get extra points because but I do think that fight's gonna be a close decision. All right, Christian, send him home, babe.
Did somebody take Holland already for
Holland? No one's taking Kevin Holland.
All right. Well, I was gonna take Spivak, but I think Holland can do it too. Yeah, give me Holland.
Yeah, Spivak was highlighted as my moral lock as well. Or excuse me, not moral lock. Send him home. Timbo, send him home. You doubling down on Greg Hardy? Because you can.
No. I had to plan to take Hardy as the dog and then Edson as the send him home. And
Edson,
I'm gonna bet I think every single other than your dog lock. I'm probably gonna be betting all of these.
Yeah.
I'll actually post it this week.
Yeah, give me Edson as my send him home. I think.
Well, you can't because Christian took him as a dog. Yeah.
Okay.
I wanted Milakki, but
let me think.
Sorry.
This is tough because I don't. Marina Rodriguez would be my next one, but she's fucking fighting a chick who's definitely not gonna get finished.
Yeah, so hard to bet a send him with a Chinese, against a Chinese.
Yeah. So, dude, they know if they don't fucking.
Listen, you could double down on Greg Hardy, dude.
I could, but I don't want to do that.
That's your guy, man.
No, because he can win.
You got another good one. The other female fight as well. I think that's a prime finish as well.
Oh hell yeah! Give me Agapova. Definitely.
Agapova, yeah,
no doubt. That's a good look.
I think the longer that fight goes, Moreau's been off for a while, and she's gonna be like, I'm in here with this bitch, this fucking killer. All right, that's it, boys. That's the show. Enjoy the pay-per-view. Appreciate everyone watching the chat. You guys were on fire. Let's give it up for the chat.
Big time.
I wanna say one thing. I want to kind of I've been doing really terrible at announcing the slime ball. The slime ball parlay. It was off last week. We're back. It is going to be Rafael dos Anjos, RDA as most people call him. It is going to be Umar Nurmagomedov. I know he's heavy. I apologize. And Dustin Jacoby. And guess what? That's your money.
Hey, let's go, baby.
I bought this money gun today at Target for $15, and all my daughter is begging to use it. I said, no, this is daddy's toy. I'm a fucking child. And now I got to clean this up. Great. All right, boys. Thank you for hopping on. Thank you for the chat. Love everybody. I'll see you.
See ya.